Good morning, beautiful people. March 7th. It's another day, another trip. So today I'm heading to Nevado De Colima, and that's an inactive volcano in Jalisco and 7th highest peak in Mexico. So that's an inactive volcano. You can camp up at high elevation and summit that, and then you can see Volcan De Fuego, which is an active volcano but illegal to climb. Yeah, Volcan De Fuego is at a yellow warning, so it's degassing, so hopefully we can catch some of that action. So we're saying goodbye to the lovely Lake Chapala. Adios. Well, we just saw that motorcycle down on the road there. You could see the concrete barriers were even pushed out. That looked nasty. I didn't know how I felt about it just riding by, but you know, being mainly English speaking, and there was people there already, I'm sure they've called the emergency services. So, and like a minute later, I actually saw a bunch of National Guard and an ambulance heading that way, so that makes me feel better, but that's a nasty crash. I've also got a brand new tire on the back, so I'm not pushing it yet. I usually sand my tires after I get them, but I didn't get to it this time, so we'll have to wear them down the natural way. Alright, there she is, Nevado De Colima. So we're going to be camping up there tonight, somewhat below the snow line. And tomorrow we're going to hike our way to the top, and then on the other side is Volcan De Fuego, and you get good views at the top there. It's on the other side. Alright, this is where the fun starts. So Google Maps is showing 30 kilometers to go, but it's going to take an hour and a half. So in a couple kilometers here, it just gets like crazy switchbacks all the way up there. I'll show you guys on the map after, but yeah, just had a bite to eat in El Grullo, I think it's called. Stocked up on a few more snacks, and yeah, so there's nothing at the top, nothing else on the way there now, so we'll be up there a few days. About halfway up the mountain now. I think we've got 12 or 13 Ks to go. And yeah, just having a bite to eat, some water, checking out the views. We're getting there. So we're at the gates to the Volcano National Park. Cool place. So we're camping up there somewhere. It's Nevado De Colima. We got some snow. One of the parts I definitely love about Mexico, everywhere you go, there's not always just designated camp areas. You can camp kind of wherever you want. Oh, what a peak. Such a cool mountain. Welcome guys and girls. Welcome to Nevado De Colima. Beautiful day today. A little bit gusty, but nice and warm. Got an amazing backdrop behind me. And I've actually camped here once before. So I've camped here about 5 months ago in November. And I was right over here. I don't know if you can see, there's like a metal structure right there and a kind of a cooking area. But when I visited, that was before I started the whole TequilaMoto channel. And I wanted to revisit this area because I loved it. It was fantastic. And last time I was here, I summited the peak behind me there. You get a view of Volcan De Fuego, which is the active volcano on the other side. And I didn't know where I was going. I'd never been here before. And it's a pretty decent hike. Like that was a 5K hike either way, but pretty decent elevation. And I rode my bike up to the gate as far as I could go, and there was like 12 Mexicans from Guadalajara, and they'd been here, I don't know, 3 or 4 times they'd said, and they invited me to come with them, so that was awesome. I joined in their group, and they basically gave me a guided tour. So tomorrow I'll be solo, and so far there's not another person up here. There's not one person in this whole campsite, so it should be pretty quiet. And tequila. Here's camp all made up. It's about 2:30 p.m. right now. So this trip I've got a couple new toys I'm pumped about. Check this out. Finally I can bring some eggs. And number 2, I got, it's called a Big Agnes Divide. So it's an insulated sleeping pad. And this is the wider version, so it's 25 inches wide. Not too bad. It's not the widest, but it's better than what I had. So originally I started out with like a full double wide 2-person air mattress because I was a princess and thought I needed it. But yeah, it was bulky to carry around, and I counted, it took like 42 breaths to blow that thing up. So that's why, like, in every video I have where I'm blowing up my air mattress, I'm just red in the face because it takes forever. So yeah, this should work pretty good. Yeah, it's so nice up here. It actually reminds me of like Alberta and British Columbia, being up in the mountains there. It's just crisp and fresh, and like you can just smell all the pine around here. It's amazing. All right, got our little cook station here. Some nice Sonoran beef on the go. Have some fajitas, some green peppers. We got some cheese from Oaxaca. Got our onions. Throw in some red chili peppers. Got our kosher salt, pepper, garlic salt. Gonna be good. Cheers, guys and girls. Good morning, beautiful world. Coffee time. I probably look absolutely terrible. Let's just say it was not a good sleep last night. And I'm a little stuffed up, but that's okay. So yeah, there's Nevado De Colima. So actually, where we're gonna head today, so I gotta backtrack through the campground, and then this ridge here, there's actually a road that goes along that whole ridge. That goes all the way up there, and then it goes to a place called Las Antenas, and you'll see that when we get up there. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Been some crazy wind gusting this morning. I can only imagine how it's going to be up top, but we'll check her out. Cheers. All right, so this is the road where we start heading up that ridge that I showed you guys this morning. Got our walking sticks here. So this is where we're headed. Mirador, Volcan De Fuego, and Mirador La Jolla. Oh, hey, what are you guys doing up here? About a half hour into our trip now. Just stopped for a rest, had some electrolytes, some walnuts, some Oreos. Making pretty good time. I'm definitely not used to the elevation though. I'm sucking wind pretty hard. There she is, boys and girls. Nevado De Colima. There's our antennas we're looking for. And oh my god, there's a volcano. Who knew? Woo! Can you guys hear that wind? It is howling up here. That's where we're going. Woo! It's going good. I'm a little winded. So just for the record, I am not some crazy hiker guy. Like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hikes a year. So I'd like to think I'm a little quicker than the average Joe, but yeah, that's about it. But oh, it's amazing. So last time we talked, I was down there somewhere, so we've come up. Climbed all that. And then we got to climb up here, and then we go to the left, and then there's still quite a bit of climbing to go. Well, sorry guys, we didn't get to see any activity from the volcano, but all in all, it was a good hike, I think. Just on our way back to the bike now. And I got my jacket that I stashed in the bush. So tomorrow, we'll be heading south to a place called Laguna. And that'll be a sweet place. It'll be nice and hot down there, swim in the lake. And another thing I want to try, the only route I've taken is on the east side of Nevado De Colima and Volcan De Fuego. So what I want to do is get home, taking the whole other side around. So we'll see how that works out. Welcome to story time. I got back from my hike and got back into camp. Did kind of some spot washing and yeah, just cleaned up a little bit. And then I actually had a nap. So I don't know, maybe I'm getting old or naps just hit different when I'm camping, but yeah, it was nice. And this was the second time I've done this hike, and like, I'm not gonna lie, both times I've kicked my ass. So I was pretty beat. Got a bloody toenail to show for it. And so, funny story, when I had the drone going at the very peak, it was obviously very windy out there. I don't even know if I'll get any good footage out of that, but so when I was trying to bring the drone back to me, it was coming into a headwind. So I had it in sport mode and as much power as I could to try and bring it towards me, and the wind kept blowing it away, like on the other side of the cliff. So I finally had to like lower the drone to get behind some rocks just to give it some wind, you know, breakage there. And I thought I was gonna lose that thing, but yeah, it was pretty wild. So we got tequila. I think I'm gonna read for a bit and yeah, make some dinner. Cheers. Good morning, everyone. Had a great sleep last night. It's about 7 a.m. now. Hard to beat those views. I love this place. Oh, and we got a dog. Hey, buddy. Who are you? Come here. Come on. Who do we got this morning, huh? Hey, buddy. Hey, who are you? Oh my gosh. Good morning. All right. Well, I am a happy camper if I wake up to that. But story time. Last time I was here, I camped under that metal shelter over here. And so the first night I came, it was after dark, but I don't know, it was November, it got dark pretty quick, and I pretty much had the whole place to myself. And then like 3 or 4 carloads of people showed up, and so there was a group of like 10 women, and they actually all set up camp here. And they were super cool. So the next day, like for dinner, they all did like carne asada, and I was camped over there where the cook stove is, but I said, yeah, you guys go ahead, use it. So yeah, they invited me to their carne asada, they're feeding me drinks, and yeah, rocking out. It was a good time. I love the Mexican people. So we're almost packed up this morning. We're heading out to Maria Laguna, and I'm looking forward to some warmer climates, to be honest with you. It was a cold couple nights. As I told you in the beginning, I forgot my my jacket and my other hoodie, so that wasn't too smart, but might even get to go swimming today. Made her down the mountain, but noticed the rear end, it was feeling a little squirrely, and seems like we got a flat tire here. So this is literally the first trip on that brand new tire, so we'll have to see what the problem is here. Gonna roll it across the street somewhere in the shade and see if I can't find what the problem is. I do have a puncture kit and an air compressor, so hopefully that's all we got is, you know, a little puncture or something. We'll see. Okay, guys and girls, I think we are finally in business. So it took forever to start. It's taken like 15 minutes just to start reading pressure on this tire, but it's building up now, so I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, 2 people have already stopped by, but unfortunately I have no service, so I can't really use my translator. But I gather from what they're telling me that there is a tire place somewhere up there, and Buddy told me that his house is also up there. So I mean, I love the Mexican people. They are the best, the most helpful. So, but I think we're gonna be rocking and rolling. I'll get it filled up, and then now that I have pressure in it, I can actually see if there is any air leakage. But I'm hoping I just broke the bead on it and that was it. Here we are, guys and gals, Maria Laguna. So I've been here about an hour so far. I've already made a coffee and thinking about trying to poach some eggs possibly. So when I had my flat tire this morning, I had like 3 people pull over and, you know, ask if I need any help or anything like that. And luckily we got going again. And then when I pulled in here, I was only here maybe 5 minutes, and a couple in a truck pulled up, and they're Manuel and Diana, and they're best friends, and their dog Lucas. So they came over and yeah, we hung out for about 40 minutes, and he offered me beer, and just awesome people. You Probably see some people in the paddle boat out there doing some swimming. I think I'll cook up some eggs, and then I should probably go swimming as well. I love my drying rack. She's sexy. Oh, what is this? A tiny little beer. Okay guys, I know I say this all the time, but this is living. Cheers. I didn't even notice there's little chicks in here. On the road this morning. It's about 9 o'clock. Had oatmeal and coffee. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of taking the back way, the east route around the volcanoes here. So right now we're just kind of decreasing elevation. We'll be looping all the way around there. Sweet home. We did 3 nights, 4 days, and total mileage is about 510 kilometers. And that is an amazing 500 kilometer round trip. What a trip.